Not all plain yogurt contain bifidobacteria. Some yogurts are made with different bacteria. I mean, they're all good. So I don't think there's any reason that you shouldn't eat those yogurt. Some other bacteria are beneficial as well. But if you are after bifidobacteria, then you want to pick one that it says it contains bifidobacteria. So why bifidobacteria and not others? How I make soy yogurt with bifidobacteria for a healthy breakfast. That's something I'm going to talk about today, so stick around. Hi, my name is Hachiaki Takamiya, a 63-year-old biohacker based on Japanese natural health and the author of Live Wiser, Not Smarter. So I have shared with you my breakfast, which is natto salad and soy yogurt muesli. And this soy yogurt is homemade. I made this soy yogurt with bifidobacteria. And then somebody asked me how I make this yogurt. So that's something I'd like to share with you today. So first, I'll share with you, do all yogurts contain bifidobacteria? And then why bifidobacteria and not others? And then how I make my soy yogurt. And finally, how I make muesli with this yogurt. So please watch the video until the end. Those of you who just found this video today, this is the Ikigai Diet channel, which is a health and longevity channel. We usually cover things like diet, exercise, mindset, and sometimes we cover Japanese blue zones because there are several blue zones in Japan other than Okinawa. And we cover from traditional Japanese health method to modern Japanese health trends such as chokatsu. So basically, this is the channel about how to increase health span for people over 50 or 60. So if you're interested, please subscribe to this channel. Please hit the subscribe button below. Thank you. So, do all yogurts contain bifidobacteria? First of all, there are many different kinds of yogurt sold, and many of them contain sugar and other things. So, it is better to pick plain yogurt. However, not all plain yogurt contain bifidobacteria. Some yogurts are made with different bacteria. I mean, they're all good. So I don't think there's any reason that you shouldn't eat those yogurt. Some other bacteria are beneficial as well. But if you are after bifidobacteria, then you want to pick one that it says it contains bifidobacteria. So why bifidobacteria and not others? Well, because there is this bacterial relay in our gut. The goal of this relay is to produce short-chain fatty acid, which are propionic acid, acetic acid, and butyrate. Especially butyrate. I am interested in butyrate because this is produced by butyrate producing bacteria, which was discovered abundant in the Japanese Centenarian in Kyotango region. And this region has 3 times as many Centenarian as the national average. So butyrate seems to be the key to longevity. So to produce butyrate, we need bifidobacteria. So in this bacterial relay, there are 3 runners. The first runner, the second runner, and the third runner. The first runner is saccharifying bacteria, and Natto bacteria is a well-known saccharifying bacteria. The second runners are lactic acid bacteria and bifidobacteria. You may have heard of those 2 bacteria because they are well-known bacteria. Lactic acid bacteria often you find in kimchi, sauerkraut, so often fermented vegetable, you find lactic acid bacteria, and bifidobacteria is common in yogurt. But as I said before, not all yogurt contains bifidobacteria. And then the third runners are propionic acid bacteria and butyrate producing bacteria. Okay, so first we consume fiber and oligosaccharides. That is why it's important to eat fiber, because fiber feed beneficial bacteria in your gut. However, the second runner, lactic acid bacteria and bifidobacteria, are not good at consuming fiber. They can, but they cannot efficiently consume fiber. So they need the help of the first runner. So in this case, Natto bacteria. So Natto bacteria break down the fiber and oligosaccharides into sugar, which makes it easier for the lactic acid bacteria and bifidobacteria to consume. And then using this sugar, lactic acid bacteria produce lactic acid, and then bifidobacteria produce acetic acid. And then using this lactic acid, propionic acid bacteria produce propionic acid. And using this acetic acid, butyrate producing bacteria produce butyrate. So in a way, all bacteria are important. You need both bifidobacteria and lactic acid bacteria. But if you are particularly interested in butyrate, the production of butyrate, then you need those three bacteria, Nattobacteria, Bifidobacteria, and butyrate producing bacteria. As probiotic, there is no particular food that contains butyrate producing bacteria available. I mean, there are some, but they're not easily available. There are butyrate producing bacteria supplements. You can always absorb butyrate producing bacteria as a supplement, but from food, you can both consume Nattobacteria and Bifidobacteria. So as a probiotic, if you consume Nattobacteria and Bifidobacteria, you can help this bacterial relay tremendously. That is why I would like to have Bifidobacteria in my breakfast along with Nattobacteria. But other bacteria are important too. And also, we just don't know about other bacteria, what kind of function they do. So yogurt that contains other bacteria may be beneficial, maybe doing something else or maybe doing something similar. We just don't know. We only know about bifidobacteria. All right, so how I make my soy yogurt. So I use this Bifidobacteria supplement. It is difficult to get hold of Bifidobacteria naturally, unlike natto. So when I make natto, I use wild plant. As you know, I use mint, rice toro, or mugwort. But with the Bifidobacteria, it's difficult to get hold of naturally, so I have to rely on this supplement. And this one is called BB536. So what is Bifidobacterium BB536? It is a type of Bifidobacterium discovered in infants that lives in humans. Compared to other types of Bifidobacterium that live in humans, it is strong against acid and oxygen and is a bacterium that can reach the large intestine alive. Since its discovery in 1969, it has been used worldwide, and there are over 260 publicly published papers as of March 2024. So you may have heard that often, even if you eat yogurt, bifidobacteria can be destroyed by stomach acid. But with this one, it goes through the stomach and then reach the large intestine alive. Also, another way to help bifidobacteria reach the large intestine alive is eat natto with it so that natto bacteria can help, or eat fiber first. Before eating yogurt, if you eat fiber first, that helps the process too. Okay, so now I'll show you how I make my soy yogurt. So I just pour 500 milliliters of soy milk. Just like that. And then I put Bifidobacteria, this one BB536, like that, and then I just mix it with a spoon. That's it. And then I put the lid on. Then I put it in the yogurt maker. The temperature is 40 degrees and time is about 7 hours, 7 or 8 hours. And then I start the yogurt maker and put the top on. Just like that. Then just wait for 7 hours. I think it's ready now, so just check. Yes. Yes, it is made. Yeah. Okay, so next, I'll show you how I make my muesli with this soy yogurt. First, I put some oats. Then that is a Super Barley Max that I talked about before. That's the cashew nuts. Walnuts. Almonds. Pumpkin seeds. And sunflower seeds. Raisins. And then blueberries. Kiwi. Then the soy yogurt. Then I soak it overnight. As for the Bifidobacteria, I use the one in Japan, but you can use the one available in your region. You don't need to use the same one that I used because it's not available in your country. So find something similar in your country and that's okay. Right. Okay, so thank you for watching. Again, my name is Hachiaki Takamiya, the author of Live Wiser, Not Smarter. If you like this video, please give me your thumb up and subscribe to my channel. And please leave your comment. How do you make your yogurt? If you have a specific way of making your yogurt, please share your method in the comment section below. Thank you. And you may be wondering how I make natto. Those of you who don't know about my natto making, this is the video which shows how to make natto from a wild plant.